Hey guys, it's Monday. We're gonna go over another creative finance deal by the numbers. This one's a little bit extra special because we gave away 50% ownership of this property. And we gave it away to our acquisition agent who actually locked up this deal. Who else is giving away ownership of properties for nothing? We're paying the down payment, we're paying all the costs, and we're giving her a property, 50% ownership for nothing, just for doing the work, doing what she always does, and just rewarding her for that. So this deal was from a cold call. Lama Sue cold called this lead, sent it over to us, Terry Walker, and she negotiated this seller to take over her mortgage subject to of about a $55,000 balance, and we bought it for $61,000. The best part, this property is worth 100 grand. Bang! So this is Miss Terry Walker who got 50% ownership of that deal because she's a creative finance beast in our office. She's the one I go to because she crushes it because she knows creative financing is key.
Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel where you can learn all the tips and tricks from this guy, the guru of creative financing. It'll change your life. It's changed mine, and I'm forever grateful.
Now let's get to the good stuff, the numbers. All right, we bought this property. It's a 1-1 condo in Enclave Court in Kissimmee, Florida. This 1-1 condo we negotiated for $61,000. The seller had a mortgage of $55,000. She just refinanced a couple years ago. Her payment is $450 a month, PITI, which means principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. So there is an HOA in this condo. It's $150 a month for the HOA. And then if we take in a factor, this could rent for $1,100, but we put $1,000 for our market rent. So say $100 for maintenance, and then $50 for vacancy factor. So that would be $500, $600, $700, $750 a month. Is kind of our barometer of as our expenses essentially. So it's currently rented for a tenant to a tenant for $750 a month. So right now at takeover, we're making no money on this deal. And the cash to close, we just actually closed this property like 2 days ago. So the cash out of pocket with closing costs is $8K. So we bought this property for $8,000. Now the great thing is, like I mentioned, is the property is worth $100K. The property's worth $100K. We're in at $61,000. Our cash out of pocket's $8,000. So right now we take over. The next payment comes in from the tenant. We're essentially at a break even every single month until this tenant moves out. I believe the lease is up in January. It's January, February. But once the tenant's out, we can get on this property $1,000 to $1,100 a month, but we put $1,000 in our numbers. So we can make $250 a month cash flow times 12 is $3,000. $3,000 by out of our $8,000 out of pocket, because we're first gonna ask this tenant if he would want to stay, but the tenant's gonna have to pay market rent or a little bit less than market rent, which would be $1,000 a month. So if he comes in and stays and says he'll pay that extra because there's not a lot of other places to move, even for a 1-1, that's less than $1,000 in that area. So we're gonna be pretty good on saying that he probably would stay, and that $3,000 a month that we make now from the cash flow on the $8,000 invested, that's a 37.5% return, cash on cash return. That's your ROI, that's your cash on cash return on this property. So for me on creative finance deals, I typically look for 20% returns. If I can get a 20% cash on cash return, that's a great deal for me that I'm definitely gonna buy. This is an amazing deal because it's almost double that, and we're out of pocket so little. But say that the tenant said he couldn't pay $1,000, he's gonna move. We're probably gonna spend probably $10K to spruce up the place, give it some paint job, fix some repairs here and there. And so even if we make $3,000, make $3,000 a year on cash flow, and say now we're out of pocket $18,000 because of repairs, then that cost of ROI goes down to 16.66%, which is still a good deal because the little bit out of pocket we had to spend. And not to mention we have a lot of equity on this deal. So we almost have 40K in equity. The tenant's paying down our principal each month, and we'll get future appreciation. Orlando, Central Florida is a great area. More people are moving down here every single day, and there's a lack of housing. So I'm pretty positive we can get this tenant to stay at $1,000 a month and get a great 37% ROI. But if not, we're still good at 16%, sprucing up the place a little bit, creating more value in our property. So I really love this deal because we're giving 50% away. I've known Terry Walker for a long time, even before she worked with us, and to be able to give her the ability to have her first rental property. When she started working with us, she had the opportunity to buy her own first home, which is amazing. And now she's got her first rental property. And we're not gonna make a lot of money on cash flow, because I always say like that cash flow, that $250 a month, you really set that aside. When the AC goes out or something happens, something's always gonna happen. So we always put that cash flow aside, and she knows that we're not gonna be splitting $125 a month. We're just gonna let that build up. But the benefit is this adds net worth to her bottom line, to her personal financial statement. It adds 20K of equity to her net worth. And so that's very powerful. So this is something that we want to do in our company here, is give away a lot more properties, give away houses, help our employees get financial freedom and build wealth through creative financing. And this is what you can do too. It's very powerful. You got to understand these techniques and how you can apply it in your business, because this is game-changing stuff. This works in all aspects of real estate and buying businesses. Make sure you learn this. Make sure you stay tuned. Every Monday, we're putting out content on creative finance deals. Going over these videos will help you succeed in building wealth for you and your family.